General meeting of the Municipal Board of Election. It's been properly noticed and posted on the website as of July 24th, 2025. So calling the meeting to order. I'd do a roll call. I'm Stephen Simmons, Chairman of the Board of Elections for the City of Rehoboth Beach. I'd like the other two members to announce their name and indicate they're present to conduct business.
Steve Carson, present.
Carl Pierce, present.
As such, I declare we have established a quorum to conduct business, have discussions, and vote on matters before this board regarding the 2025 Rehoboth Beach Municipal Election, which will be conducted this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'd like to acknowledge in attendance, of course, our indispensable office staff, Donna and Stephen. If you haven't met them, you will know them real well by the end of Saturday. Maria, as I indicated, is going to be taken over for Steve. So as of the official is that because you are the inspector of elections, the Board of Elections has control up until that, but at 1 second after 10, you're the boss. And, again, after Wayne doing it all those years, he kind of second-natured it, but we'll make sure you get through it and know what you have to do. Nothing's real difficult. I should say, nothing is real difficult. Sometimes people are. But I'd also like to take this opportunity to formally express the board's appreciation of Wayne Steele for his 24 years of dedicated and capable service. He, as far as I can determine, is the longest-serving inspector of election, 2001 to 2024. It certainly makes our job easier, and I'm sure you remember with inspectors that he would have been inspector of election when you were up here. When that side of the house runs smooth, it just makes it so much easier for everybody, including the citizens. I mean, I think last year the longest we had anyone in line was about 2 minutes. And that's literally from in the door, checking in, signing their name, having a card, and voting. They were in and out. Nobody waited longer than 2 minutes. So the next order of business is approval of the minutes. We have several from last year, the August 7th, and then we have the final meeting, which was the certification meeting on August 10th. May I hear a motion?
I move that the minutes of the Board of Elections meetings for August 7th, 2024, and August 10th, 2024, as prepared by people, be approved.
May I have a second?
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? If not, I'd like to just do a voice vote as we normally do. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye. The motion carries. Minutes are approved. Prescribed by subsection 15 Delaware Code, Section V, the primary duty up here is for us to appoint, the commissioners appoint some people, but we appoint the absentee ballot judges. And if I could, I'd like to hear a motion to appoint the absentee ballot judges for the election.
I move to appoint as absentee ballot judges Barry Brandt, Bert Dukes, and Carl Pierce.
And a second?
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded to appoint Barry Brandt, Bert Dukes, and Carl Pierce as absentee ballot judges. Since you have somebody up here that you see, I'll make sure that you understand in the code, we as as Board of Election members are permitted to count absentee ballots. And because of the continuity of how we do it, which I'll explain in a second, you'll see Carl's name on there twice, once for being up here and also for one of the absentee ballot judges. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion carries and the ballot judges are appointed for the election. The board, through its oversight, is also responsible to set the day, time, and place to begin the opening process of counting and tabulating the absentee ballots for each municipal election. In the past, What we've done is had a team of 3 people. Somebody opens the ballots with the help of Donna. They're scrambled around. A person reads those ballots off, and then there are 2 people that are tabulators. Those 2 tabulators then cross-check each other by looking at the names and switch, and then sign off on each to verify that the numbers are correct. And then that is turned around and hand to the person from the board that will keep our own tabulation on a master sheet and put those ballots that have been counted into what they call a carrier envelope. In the event there's a tie, we have to bring them out and recount. If there's no tie, we just take the master sheet and apply it to the machine count and come up with the full tally. Now, the important thing for us is that we have enough time, because we are all going to be doing different jobs this year, and it's a little bit new. With everybody that knows how to do it, we can do about 300 an hour. We're going to give ourselves just a little extra time this year because of, everybody having different positions. Right now, Donna has issued 483. She's allowed to continue issuing absentee ballots until noon on Friday, the day before the election, and ballots are allowed to be returned until 6 o'clock the day of election. So with 483 issued to date, that's this morning, 407 have been returned. If we take the whole circumstance of 483 and assume that we're going to have maybe another 20 or 30 in, we're going to go just over 500. Again, on a good day, we can do 300 an hour. I'd like to allow ourselves an extra hour for that 200 more that we have over the 300, and then a little play time in there. So I think comfortably 2:30. That gives us an extra half-hour buffer. Everybody okay with 2:30?
Yeah.
You guys are going to be here anyway because you can't leave, so 2:30 isn't going to be relevant to you. So, all right, let's put 2:30 p.m. for the counting process to begin. I'd like to entertain a motion, if I could, to specify the date, time, and place for the absentee ballot counting.
I move the Rehoboth Beach election absentee ballot counting process be set to begin on August 9th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. in the caucus room at the Rehoboth Beach Convention Center, 229 Rehoboth Avenue.
A motion has been made, is there a second to that?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to have the absentee ballots began to be open at 2:30 downstairs in the caucus room. That's the room that's just off where we're going to have the polling place at 2:30. May have got my number out of whack here. Let's see. 6 and 7. Other than the finalization, that will, I think my numbers are out of order here, but that's, I know what
Take
we're
a vote
doing.
on that? Take a vote?
Yep. All those in favor of the motion for the date, time, and place, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries and the date, time, and place is established. I think I want that at the end. We don't have either of our attorneys here, so there won't be any questions. Does the staff have any concerns or questions that you want on the record for the meeting?
I think you might want to change it from caucus room, because I think they refer that to as the conference suite.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're changing the name for the record from caucus room to conference suite, which is, as I said, attached to the main place where we'll be having the polls anyway. But everybody, I think, is, Paul, you may not be, but on the way out, when you walk down, you can just look to the left of the big auditorium, and that's where it'll be. And it's always set up for us. Our staff people set the tables up, so we'll know everything. Without any then, other questions from staff or you guys, okay? No. Right. I'd like to open it up for public comment. Sir, please step forward, name and
My name is
relation.
Mark Saunders. I'm a resident, 225 Country Club Road. And I'm sorry Wayne is not here this morning because I'm really here to thank him. He 24 years dedicated to our city. You know, it's only a 20-year commitment, and he went over by 4. So, at any rate, I just know from experiencing the situation of being a candidate that Wayne runs this like a well-oiled machine. I mean, it couldn't have been more smooth. He was there early last year to get out chairs, to help us with the tents, to see that everybody had water. Of course, I lost the election, so the counting may have been off a little. But actually, I think he did a great job, and I just wanted to thank him on behalf of the citizens.
And we'll make sure that's included in the record, Mr. Saunders. Without objection, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to this meeting. Because the meeting isn't adjourned, what we're doing is recessing this portion of the meeting because we will then pick it up at 2:30 for the absentee ballot counts. We'll go through that process. That meeting will be recessed because, again, people are allowed to bring in absentee ballots till 6 o'clock. What we do is we hold out 10 so there's no confusion that the last person turning one in, that everybody knows who he is and how he voted or she. So we keep 10 out. We commingle any that come in that day with them. We do our last 10. That will then be put together with the records that we have added to the machines. This board will then convene a certification and audit meeting, and all this will happen within about 10 minutes. And that will come out